Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to analyze a classroom situation and propose a test assessment for it. So this is the case. Students complete listening tasks. They're able to identify vocabulary, information, sentences, and they're able to transcribe them. But there is a disconnection because they're not taking into account or understanding some implied meanings or intentions that the speakers have, and they are important to understand the whole message. There is a disconnection between the lexicon and pragmatics. Okay, so more precisely, what is the issue here, or the cognitive difficulty? It's mainly related to the language skill listening, but pragmatic listening, which means that students struggle to infer or recognize attitudes and intentions while listening. Therefore, some of the sub-skills affected are inference of implied meaning and interpretation of tone and speaker attitude. Now, this is the assessment task for the case. It's formative, which means that it's planned to be used as a process. The purpose is to develop learners' ability to detect and interpret pragmatic features in spoken texts or audio clips. What is expected from the students? That they can recognize some patterns, identify pragmatic features, the specific ones, infer the speaker's intention, and other elements that are important to have a complete message when listening to someone. They also have to justify their interpretations. So for the stage number one, we want to move from an explicit focus to an implicit one, gradually, because they firstly have to get familiarized with every specific pragmatic feature. So for example, listen to these audios where the speakers mainly express irony. All these audios express irony, and they can recognize or identify what tone is used, how the speaker uses their discourse. This is a very important stage to start. For stage number two, they work with multiple choice questions, but these questions help them think more deeply and focus on pragmatic features. We maintain a written part because, as you can see, this is a transcribed line from an audio, so they can also recognize how to write or how to transcribe and at the same time reflect a pragmatic feature. They have to select the answer and at the end indicate which one was expressed by the speaker or what the speaker expressed, if it was irony, sarcasm, or hesitation, etc. And finally, for the stage number three, they face a more complex exercise. It's an implicit focus, so they listen to a longer audio, and this time they have to identify most of the pragmatic features and transcribe specific lines that contain all of them or the ones they can find. We can check this example that works as a prompt and student output. An example of that: the line, "Great, another problem, just what I needed." And the student output is exactly the description or the explanation of why this line expresses irony. Here we have the evidence of learning that is focused on what the students have to achieve. It's related to the identification, interpretation, and explanation of statements in relation to all those pragmatic features we already know: hesitation, disappointment, indirectness, irony, sarcasm. And of course, students have to demonstrate that they successfully switched from the explicit focus to the implicit one. Explicit at the beginning because they were not familiarized with these kind of components, but now they are supposed to be familiarized. To summarize this rubric, those who have an excellent performance is because they identify, infer, and interpret very well. Those who have a satisfactory performance can do the same, but missing some points. And those who need improvement is because they stay in the literal meaning. These references were used to cover the topic of this video and the assessment task.